These theories will make you question everything. So remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's check it out.
The FBI continues to look into the cyber attack at the Municipal Water Authority of Aliquippa, and they say another round of cyber attacks in the U.S. could come around Christmas. That's why officials want to build an army of cyber warriors to protect the U.S. from future attacks. Today, members of the Biden administration met with local government and business leaders to talk about protecting everything from power plants to mom-and-pop stores.
China's preparing for war with the United States.
We're seeing ongoing cyber attacks across the country.
Something is happening, and I don't trust them. Another round of cyber attacks in the U.S. could come around Christmas.
Maybe y'all just don't understand, bro. Do y'all understand what's going on? Truth in plain sight, bro. This movie just came out on December 8th talking about cyber attacks.
Bro, I wholeheartedly feel like that could happen. I just watched that movie on Netflix, and listen, man, this ain't no sponsored ad or nothing like that, but if you ain't seen it, go watch it, fam, and see what I'm talking about. And then she had the nerve to say the news anchor lady was like, and we're now preparing. If we're preparing now, we're way too late. Way too late. I feel like, I was already feeling like we're not equipped to handle a huge and massive cyber attack. I just don't feel like we got the proper people in place to stop it. We don't. So what you see in that movie or what you think about with a cyber attack can very well happen, fam. And the one thing, spoiler alert, skip past this part if you haven't seen the movie yet. When the Teslas was driving down the road, oh my God, I lost my mind, bro. Because I was like, yo, that could that could happen. And they could tap in and take control of our vehicles, running them down the road and crashing them into something. Yo, when that part, I had to pause it during the movie because my mind was everywhere. I was like, yo, that so very well could happen. Going crazy. Yeah, check that out if you ain't seen it, man. But these cyber attacks, bro, we're not prepared, I don't think.
Okay, wait, please don't scroll. Yo, y'all know I get into some creepy dark web, but I actually think I discovered something here. So if you've ever looked into an antivirus software or investigated any publications on known malware, you've probably come across Kaspersky Labs. They're a Russian company, one of the biggest names in antivirus, and I've even made videos referencing their work. Thus, I was pretty shocked to discover that in 2017, the US government literally banned the software from all of its computers and accused it of being a backdoor for the Russian government to spy on the NSA. It's a pretty big deal. I was pretty surprised I hadn't heard about it, so I decided to do a little digging. Turns out the accusation was actually made in 2015. The Israeli government said that they had hacked Kaspersky and found that they had stolen documents from the NSA. But you know what else happened in 2015? Kaspersky began publishing about a hacking faction they named the Equation Group. And here's where it gets really interesting. This group was shown to be using exploits implemented in the Flame and Stuxnet hacks before those hacks had happened. And who do we suspect / know is behind those? The US government in partnership with Israel. So did the US ban Kaspersky because of spyware? Or because Kaspersky exposed them as being the Equation Group? Full videos on my YouTube, yo, blow this up. Okay, wait.
Yeah, I would be worried for her too. I know what y'all thinking. You're thinking like, she might want to pull back a bit. She sounds like she's deeply into this and investigating down a rabbit hole and looking into this and searching and all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah, she might want to chill on any type of website she on. Seriously, I'm nervous. Who is she? Ray and Bows. Yo, I might have to look her up, send her a little message, be like, yo, be careful though. Be careful, homie.
Las Vegas is still under a cyber attack. This is day 3. Here is everything that's not being reported by the media. This is the wildest update yet, so listen to the end. Thanks to the power of social media, with both employees and guests sharing information, the word is spreading. All MGM resort properties are being held ransom by a group of cyber attackers. Pause to read some of the shared information, but the most important leaks to come out have been from Caesars Entertainment employees who said they were hacked in the last couple of weeks, and that Caesars paid the hackers off. And just hours after being posted, it was confirmed that Caesars did pay off hackers. Currently at all MGM properties, systems are still down. Guests are reporting odd charges on their credit cards. Some elevators are down, all the phones are down. And in technology-based rooms, guests can't turn off lights or close the drapes. MGM has confirmed that they will pay their employees on time, but otherwise very little is being said. I'll share the information that's being given to me in the comments, and make sure to follow me for all the Vegas.
And we should expect that. The casinos, different places like that, they're going to target places like that, bro. But what I'm scared of is things like our ships, you know what I mean? Different things that have the technology they could tap into, shut it down, and then our ships just run on or come on land or run into another ship, or you know what I'm saying? Cars, everything being electric, all these computers in cars now, different things like that. All kind of things that they can do, man, and shut down, and then where would we be? And I feel like all the little incidents that have been happening, just been sprinkled all around, I feel like those are like warning shots.
I know everybody out here pushing get into cybersecurity. Don't get me wrong, I think it is a great field, and if it's for you, it is for you. But let me tell you this. You have to have a very clean background to get into cybersecurity. And I will also tell you this, that is very, very hard, okay? It's not easy. I know it's the new trend and stuff like that, but sometimes it's just not good to hop on new trends because cybersecurity is not what it's cracked up to be. It's hard, it's very intense, and you have to really teach yourself on what the you're doing because there is no school that's really going to teach you. There's boot camps and stuff like that, but people know, these schools know that people are trying to get into cybersecurity because it's the new trend, and the boot camps are expensive. So unless you really know somebody who can coach you and stuff like that, don't just hop on that cybersecurity trend because it's not what they're putting it out to be. I know everybody out here.
That should be even more like incentive for you to go into that field, though. I wouldn't push people away. I just let you know, hey, it's hard. Prepare yourself, try hard, study hard, and allow yourself room to be able to get through this because it's going to be intense. Like, don't push people. We need people in cybersecurity, man. You just heard that video saying we don't have people in place and we're trying to recruit people. We're behind. We need people. So nothing against her, but I'm not a fan of pushing people back because something is hard. Life is hard. Everything you try to do that's worth doing in life is going to be hard, period. Hate to sound like a motivational speaker right now, but it is what it is, man. We got to push through it. I want to see more people go into it, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, so not the folks at the FCC talking about they trying to get rid of TikTok.
So this is so much deeper than just cybersecurity. I work for one of the largest cybersecurity agencies, and that's all I'm going to say. And there's been a war on our cybersecurity for a while because the United States is so behind. When it comes to tech, we like basically still in the 19th century with it, okay?
See what I'm saying? We are behind. I hate to hear that we're that far behind, though. That kind of makes me even more like nervous, uneasy, and scared. But yeah, we're behind.
Like, our hackers have nothing on these global hackers when it comes to people in these other countries. All that to say, though, this TikTok thing is not a mistake. This has a lot to do with the election coming up, and it also has a lot to do with what's going on spiritually. There's a lot of people who have been using this app to really spread the truth and knowledge, and that is spreading so quickly that they're trying to get a grasp on it. Because if they don't, they know that things are going to get out of hand, and it already done got out of hand.
Okay, so
Another thing she said, man, that makes me like understand that wow, when they catch these hackers, that's why they try to recruit them. Come work for us. We need it. We need you. Remember that Uncle Sam needs you? No, we need you. Fam.
I want to tell you the truth about cybersecurity. Actually, I'm going to tell you 3 truths. These are things people don't normally talk about, but I'm going to talk about it. Number 1 is that it can be very stressful. You're dealing with people's livelihoods. You're dealing with an organization's reputation. Sometimes money's on the line. If there's a breach, it can get very stressful. People really can get in their feelings. The second truth would be that not all cybersecurity jobs are actually technical. some people try to split hairs and say, well, it's not cybersecurity, it's information security. You call it what you want. Not all these jobs that do security for organizations are technical. Oh, and the last one is that it's usually multidisciplinary. That means that a lot of times they expect you to know more than one thing. It's like if they hire you, they're expecting you not only know cybersecurity, but pretty deep in network security. Or they want you to know applications development plus cybersecurity, or regulations and cybersecurity. A lot of times it's multidisciplinary. If you want more facts about cybersecurity, follow for more.
And the way that people talk about cybersecurity and the demand for it sounds to me like, man, if I could just get this, the person that's going into it, if you thought like, if I could just get this, I can pretty much get to a point where I could just write my own ticket, bro. Or get one of those government contracts. That would be the motivation for me. You're going to make bank. If you get to a point to where you're good, you're sought after, your skills, your reputation precedes you, fam, you're going to make bank. Because all I keep hearing people say is, we need people, we need people, we need people, we need people. We're behind. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's all I hear after that.
I'm going to debunk some of the myths that the gurus are currently pushing on TikTok about getting into the cybersecurity industry. My name's John. I've been in the industry 15 years. I started from scratch with no degree. I've worked for the government, military, and the corporate space, and currently run my own cybersecurity company. Myth number one is that you're going to walk out of college with a $100K a year job in hand. There are a ton of jobs available in cybersecurity right now, but make sure when you enter the workforce, especially if you're green, you level set your expectations. The odds of you getting a job that pays $100K a year plus in your first year are pretty slim. There are some exceptions, such as people that have worked in cybersecurity through college or studied certifications alongside a degree, or for those people that transfer from similar industries and aren't completely green. Just make sure you go into it with an open mind and realistic expectations. That money will come, but not likely in year one. Number two is needing a degree to get into the industry. This might seem a little far-fetched, but there are roles and technical jobs as well that don't require you to have a college degree, especially at the entry level. And in some cases, if you're limited on funds and know which avenue you want to go down, you'd be better off investing in certifications to get to where you need to be rather than doing a more generalized cybersecurity degree. And thirdly, the career coaches. Do not pay someone who is in the industry to tell you how to get into the industry. There is a plethora of information out there for free online that can really help you decide where you want to go, what certifications you need to do to get there, and help you map out a path to your cybersecurity career. My Discord is at the link in my bio. I try and give regular updates on there about tips, useful places to go where you can get into the industry, as well as free courses and resources that you can take to start out in the business. I'm going to debunk some of the...
Yeah, man. See, this is why, and I kind of, well, even with my children, I was like, yo, if you're ever thinking about any type of career fields, one of them to look into should be possibly cybersecurity, fam. Now, after that point, I don't know where to send them or to direct them. So y'all let me know if y'all know of some good ones. I always tell them to look on YouTube, go to YouTube University, start there. You know what I mean? And then build yourself up, figure out. And when you get to college, you can start taking courses and then go through there, then network with people and go from there. But if y'all know some great information, put it in the comment section, man, so I can let my sons know if they're thinking about it. And here's some places you can start looking at and some information that you could take in and start preparing yourself for.
Pretty popular, cheap goods, really cheap goods that arrive on your doorstep in days. So many of the sales sound too good to be true. CBS 2 investigator Dorothy Tucker, who is my friend, who you do not mess with, and is the queen of beware if it sounds too good to be true, joins me now with a warning from the Chicago Better Business Bureau. Dorothy, this new company, Temu, is offering big deals, but potentially bigger risk here?
There's a big but, and before I get started to tell you a little bit more about it, if you are doing anything, I need you to stop right now and listen to this. Now, Temu is owned by a Chinese company. It's only been around since July 2022, but 50 million people have already downloaded the app. They're attracted by those eye-popping deals, but beware. The BBB has received 900 complaints nationwide. Many involve product quality issues, shipping delays, and never receiving items paid for. But that's not all. The biggest issue the BBB has with Temu involves your privacy. The consumer organization found Temu collects not only customers' names, addresses, and phone numbers, but birthdays, pictures, and anything else they can find from your social media profiles. The BBB says Temu gets additional information from your phone, your iPad, your computer, any device you use to access the app. That means you're exposing your operating system, IP address, your GPS location, and browsing data. That type of access concerns cybersecurity experts who say that leaves the door open for someone to bypass security settings, to spy on your other apps, change settings. That would leave you vulnerable to identity theft. The BBB recommends you do not download the Temu app, or if you have, delete it. Don't click on those sponsored ads you see on the social media, no matter how good the deal appears to be. Also, limit the information you post and share online. Now, we have reported on many ways that your personal information gets into the hands of fraudsters. Even those who think they know better can be at risk.
All right, Dorothy. So a question for you here. How often do they think this identity theft is actually happening? Or do they have any proven cases of that, or is this just a kind of warning this thing may stink?
Well, here's the thing. Based on national data, about 10 frauds, including identity theft, happen every minute, every 1 minute. In Illinois, it's about every 3 minutes. So this is huge. And those are just the scams that are reported to authorities.
Yeah, those are the scams just reported to authorities you're talking about. So, I mean, really, we have no idea how many people are really out there getting scammed by these things.
Yeah, like we were both saying. There are so many more, and oftentimes people are too embarrassed or they're too afraid to report it. Some say that they tried to report it only to be discouraged by law enforcement or sent to civil court. Now, you may have noticed the QR code on the screen below. We want your help for an upcoming investigation. It's a short survey. We hope that you will take it. We're trying to take the pulse of people impacted by fraud and scams. Again, that survey is just a few questions. It takes a couple of minutes to fill it out. Please scan the code, take our survey. You can remain anonymous unless you choose to share your email.
And there you have it. If we was ever wondering what's one of the ways that they can infiltrate us and stuff like that, look at there, Temu. And I heard so many people talking about that app when it first came out. The deals. They were already in now. I know people who've done it, got on that app. That's scary. That upsets me. But it's also showing us how they can infiltrate us. Cheap deals, apps, social media, all good things all these things that we're attracted to, all these type of things. They got us.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
Be prepared for what I'm about to show you, because it is crazy.
So allow me to get started.
First things first, get your laptop, open it up, type in www.itanimulli.com, which is Illuminati backwards. Press it. Oh my, really? Something's fishy. Something's definitely sus.
What's a conspiracy?
I've seen that before, and every time I see that just, oh man, my heart drops to the pit of my stomach, bro. It's just like, because the things you've heard, the things that you've suspected, the things that, and you see something like that, you think, it could be some truth to a lot of this stuff, man. Scary.
The greatest problem facing America today is cyber war. It is on the horizon, Larry. 2 teenagers took out the entire country of Ukraine's power for 1 day. Can you imagine, sir, what the Chinese can do to us? They have the capability now to completely disrupt our electrical power supply permanently.
Aren't there also smart people on our side that can stop this?
Right, but they're not within the government, Larry. The truly talented hackers, the truly talented cybersecurity specialists, they have 14-inch purple mohawks and pierced ears and tattooed faces, and they demand to smoke weed while they're working. Yes, we have them, and fortunately they are on our side. We are not utilizing them, and we have to if we are to survive as a nation. We have to learn that we cannot judge by appearance. We cannot judge because someone thinks differently or acts differently from us. The greatest problem.
Agree, man. We need to get beside that whole profile thing, bro. We need to let that go. Deal with that internally or whatever they need to do, man. But they need to get past that. I don't care what you look like, fam. Save us. Help us. Protect us. Mohawk, I don't care. If you want to do what you want to do while you working, do that. It's legal everywhere else anyway, just about. So why do you even care? Like, nah, fam. And this might have came out back before everything started going legal. So, but anyway, man, I don't care if it wasn't. Get over it. Get over it.
Hi, my name's Ryan Kelly, and I have a bachelor's degree in international relations with a concentration in counterterror. I have a master's degree in homeland security, as well as I've been inside the NSA and briefed by the cybersecurity director of the NSA. Really cool dude. Anyway, I also thought the same thing when this started happening. What if it's a hack? But then as things progressed, I realized...
Let me read what he's saying. Dude is just going, fam. I don't know what he hopped up on, but they said this was a cyber attack, but they'll never admit it. These glitches don't happen on this big a scale. Was this a hack? Flights across U.S. disrupted by technical glitch. All U.S. domestic flights blank until 900, 1400 with the National Control System, Mission System. Okay.
Oh, it's almost assuredly not. And the reason is just so stupid. You see, software updates happen all the time. Even billion-dollar companies are not immune from making stupid mistakes that end up destroying their own products. For instance, this is the Mariner 1 spacecraft launched in 1962. This is it 290 seconds after launch because of a typo in the software. This is Heathrow Airport's terminal number 5, and it opened in 2008, and when it did, they had a software that was supposed to handle baggage and all that type of stuff, and it didn't handle baggage because of a simple glitch, and so 42,000 bags were lost. What this essentially comes down to is, what do you think happened? Did someone do something really smart to destroy everything, or do you think someone's just an idiot? Hi, my name's Ryan.
We let ourselves get too far, man, and technology has way too much control. And now that it does, if it glitches or has a software update or is coded wrong, somebody makes a mistake, enters something wrong, we have a huge problem. That could be life-threatening as well. Whew, just thinking about that.
Is working in cybersecurity dangerous on a personal level? Thank you for this question. I love this question so much. I don't think it's something that a lot of people consider when they're thinking about a career in cybersecurity. So let's get into it. The short answer is yes, it can be dangerous, but your average security analyst probably doesn't have much to worry about. Security researchers and journalists covering cyber criminals and cybercrime organizations may be at risk of being targeted by cyber criminals if they're attempting to disrupt or track their operations. First thing you need to understand is that cybercrime is really big business. Cyber criminals make a lot of money, and it's estimated to cost the world about $10.5 trillion annually by 2025. I don't know about you, but if somebody was trying to interrupt my multi-billion-dollar operation, I might try to get it back in blood too. Earlier this year, cybersecurity researchers were actually targeted by cyber criminals that are alleged to be associated with the Russian threat group REvil. They actually used a pretty funny tactic to get their information. They sent an emergency data request to Twitter, and they got their information and started threatening them and their families. They started sending threats. They attempted to dox them, which is one of the #1 tactics that they'll use. Doxing is basically when your private information is published for the world to see. That can make you become increasingly physically unsafe because 1, they know where you are, and then 2, it puts you up for all sorts of risk like identity theft. There have also been cases of cyber criminals threatening to unalive people for getting in the way of their business. Again, their motivation is usually money. And if you're trying to get in the way of that, then you could potentially be at risk. This is why it's hella important to practice good operational security when you're investigating criminals, to make sure you can remain as safe as possible, make sure your information can't be inadvertently exposed by, accessing their infrastructure, because if you do, they may be able to track it back to you. On top of the fact that you could potentially tip them off that they're being investigated, and they'll completely change tactics, making it even harder for you to find them. So depending on your role, there may be some risk associated with working in cybersecurity. Cyber criminals, again, are not a huge threat to the average analyst, but there are some other things that are. So I'll talk about those in part 2. Is working in...
Yo, that job posting would stay on the bulletin board if it was up to me to take that job. No way. I don't want them problems. You got it, dude. I don't want none of that problems. I don't need you exposing nothing of mine, doxing me, or whatever it is y'all want to do, bro. Get your money. Go get your money. Like, no. Bro, it could get ugly real quick. We've all seen these hacker movies, bro. We've all seen them, fam. Yeah, Don't play with them. You better know what you're doing if you get ready to go against them, and you better be good. You better be good.
Oh my goodness, family. How come they not letting nobody know any information about what's going on right now? So family, tell me why I made a YouTube video, right? A YouTube video talking about these cyber attacks, right? That happened all across the US. And guess what they hit me with? Partially blocked. Now why? Why is it partially blocked? They said copyright issues, right? Which is a lie. And family, look, this is what got me though. They partially blocked it from like certain viewers, right? So that certain kind of people wouldn't be able to see this video on YouTube. Guess who they partially blocked from seeing my video? Russia. YouTube partially blocked my video and said that the viewers who were restricted from seeing my video is Russia. So with that being said, family, all I was talking about in that video that they decided to partially block, I was just talking about the cyber attacks that had happened all throughout the US, y'all. And this is very recent, okay? The latest update of the story happened yesterday, okay? 250 high security infrastructures in the US got infiltrated, got cyber attacked, right? Now, this is the thing they're not telling a lot of people. The attacks that they said is happening, right, is ransomware. Ooh, and for those of you who know about hacking and ransomware, oh, it's a wrap. Family, when I tell y'all that I'm talking about different states, each city in these different states, when it comes to the files of the what's happening with the police, the courts, any type of legal documentation that's on file, it has been infiltrated, right? And you cannot receive or you cannot retrieve any of those files back unless you have a key. And guess who got the key? The same person or the same entity that hacked into the system. So right now, y'all, like the US is under attack. Or what if that's what they're trying to make it seem like? Because family, y'all know how I think? Y'all know how I think. Coincidentally, we get a cyber attack in the US. 250 infrastructures get attacked at one time. And they said that we having all these glitches, all these technical issues we having with our electronics. Everything that we having going wrong with technology, they're blaming it right now on these cyber attacks, right? But I personally believe, y'all, that it's the mass corona ejections from the sun. I believe that the sun, the solar flares, and that plasma energy is hitting this atmosphere and it's breaking down the energy grid. I also believe another reason why they're gonna say, okay, we being cyber attacked globally all over the US is because they have to, in order for them to bring in another system that they want you to be a part of, they have to get rid of the old one. I got so many different reasons why I feel like this, but oh yeah, it's happening. Oh my goodness.
I'm done. I'm stopping right there, bro. That's all I need to hear tonight, man. That's enough. That's enough. I don't need to hear no more. But y'all see this, man, and go watch that movie, fam, and see. Like I said, that Tesla part will blow your mind away. It did me, just to think about that. To think about what else could happen. Computers in cars, how they could be tapped into, and what could possibly go down. Everything has a computer, man. This could be bad so we need more people, man. We need to recruit people who are interested, people who want to learn and help protect us, bro, because I feel like we're exposed. I do. Listen, man, y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about these videos, bro, and stick around and stay tuned. Till next one, I'm gone, man.